Today we're talking about starting watercolor in your 50s and why it's one of the best things that you can do. Hey guys, Kelly here. So let's talk about watercolors in our 50s and why it's one of the best things that you can do for yourself. All right, so maybe you haven't painted since you were in school. Could be elementary school, high school. Maybe you tried this years ago and you just thought, oh my gosh, I am no good at this. Or maybe you were having kids and life just got super busy and you didn't have time. Can you hear the boat? Boat's down there. Boom! Turn you around. But here's the truth, you guys. Right now is probably one of the best times in your life to start creating again. Let me make a note here. This is not meant to be perfect. It's not meant to necessarily become a professional artist. It's just about enjoying the process and reconnecting with your creativity. So today I am sitting out at the beach condo. I've got a beautiful view of the inlet here. Boats are going by. It might be a little bit noisy. I'm sitting on a little couch. We have some seashells down in the front here. My dog is sitting beside me. Life is good. However, I am fasting today. This is going to be a 40-hour fast. So I've been trying to lose weight. I've been enjoying my life. I am enjoying going to be 57. I always forget what age I am. And I have been painting probably 20 years now. It started when my son was little. He was napping. My mom and I would paint together. She came over. She's a fabulous artist. And, I didn't get to do it as much as I wanted to. But that is kind of what sparked my interest again. And so when he would nap, I would paint. And I painted in high school. I painted every once in a while with my mom, but she's so good, and it was really hard for me to paint with her because her work was so good and mine just wasn't. I hadn't been spending years doing it. So some of us have had art teachers that might have stifled our creativity when we were younger, but when you hit your 50s, our little give up button is broken, and it's really time for us just to do things for ourselves. And creativity is so important. Now, I'm not talking about if you want to be a professional artist, if you want to sell your work, that's all fine too, but just the process of creating and the enjoyment that it can give you, especially if you're not being a perfectionist and you're just enjoying watching the watercolors move around. One of my subscribers here, I just said that she was in her 60s and she just had started back again. And she said, I don't know if I call it painting, since I just kind of dropped the paints in and I watched them move. And I said, absolutely, that's painting. That's what you do it for, is for the enjoyment. And that's what I'm here for today. I want to talk to you about it. If this sounds like you're starting over with your creativity, drop a starting now in the comments so we can cheer you on. All right, so let's just jump into it. There is something really freeing about painting later in life, because guess what? We're not doing it for grades anymore. We're not doing it to impress anyone. We are just doing it because it feels good for us. And watercolor especially, I think, is perfect for this stage of our lives because it's encouraging us to let go. Guess what? We've learned you can't control everything. And that's actually the beauty of it. We can just watch the paint move. We can watch the water flow. And we learn to respond instead of forcing it. And that's not just painting. That's really a whole mindset shift for us at this age. I think creativity isn't necessarily a young person's thing. Somewhere along the way, many of us were told creativity was only for, the talented people, or we compared ourselves to people, or we overcorrected things, or maybe we were just made to feel like we aren't artists. So we just gave up. We stopped. We didn't do it anymore. But creativity isn't really about talent. What's it about? Expression. It's about being curious. It's about playing. And it's about giving your brain something joyful to focus on, right? And Isn't that an amazing thing for us? Your brain still wants this. It doesn't matter what age you are. And I think the science behind that hand-brain connectivity is why painting feels so good. When you paint, you're using that hand-eye coordination. We're using those fine motor skills. We are making decisions along the process. We are also using visual processing. It's also great for our memory, and it's great for emotional expression. And this is all happening at the same time while you're painting. So you're training your brain and your hands to work together. So that gentle back and forth between what you see and what your hand does helps strengthen that neural pathway, basically the communication between your brain and your body. So it's similar to learning a new instrument or practicing handwriting again. And watercolor just adds another layer to it because it's so responsive and you're constantly making those adjustments on the fly. Do I put more water in here? Do I need less pigment? Do I want to soften the edge? Do I need a darker shadow? And your brain stays engaged during this, but in a calm, more focused way. And that's what people call that flow state, where you lose track of time, stress fades into the background. If you have pain, the pain goes away, you don't even notice it, right? So that's a great place to be in flow state. So I've heard also, I've tried before, it wasn't good enough. I hear this all the time from students and patrons where, you tried it when you were younger, or, I wasn't very good at it, I gave up. But listen, here's the thing. I want you to know that you don't need to be good at watercolor to benefit from it. You don't need to be perfect with your techniques. You don't need to be buying expensive supplies. You don't need that natural talent. You just need permission to explore again. Like when we were kids, we created without that judgment. Like, Mom, look what I did. This looks great. And they hang it on the fridge. Then somewhere along the way, I think we started evaluating everything that we did. And, what if we just let go of that? What if we just paint messy? What if we just explore colors, watch how they blend in unexpected ways, and we give ourselves permission to be imperfect? And I tell you what, that's where the joy is going to live. Why the world needs more creativity right now? Well, we are in a time where everything is moving so fast. We've got AI happening right now. It's crazy. People are scrolling on their phones all the time. We have notifications constantly. There is constant noise. And that creativity, guess what it does for us? It slows us down. It brings us to the present. And it gives us something tactile. It gives us something real. And it gives us something made by hand. And so when you sit down with a brush and paper, even for 10 minutes, you're going to reconnect with yourself. So it's not the vision of you that's responsible for everything. It's just the vision that enjoys making something. And that truly matters. So I'm going to give you an invitation to start. If you're in your 50s or beyond and you're thinking about watercolor, start. Start simple. Get a small brush. Get a few colors. Get a piece of paper. Paint a leaf, a flower, maybe the sky. Even just watch color blend on the paper. There's no pressure that you have to put on yourself. There's no expectations. You can just watch the movement, just enjoy it with creativity and curiosity. And it's really, truly never too late to begin. And honestly, I think this is the perfect time. So if this has been on your mind, take this as encouragement today. You don't have to be good. You don't have to be fast. You just have to start. And you might surprise yourself with what opens up, not just on the paper, but just, how you feel. I was just curious what stopped you from being creative again after school or earlier in life. And if you started watercolor today, what do you think you would paint first? I would love to have you guys join us over on Patreon. I'm going to be sharing the full tutorial of this one with the voiceover. You can join us there. And if you're not familiar with granulating watercolors, which I'm using here in this video, check out my playlist for granulating watercolors. I've just experienced these myself, and that's another part of creativity. We are always learning, always growing. After 20 years, I never really played with granulating colors. So I have a playlist. You can check that one out. So to wrap it up, make sure you just take time for yourself today. You relax and slow down and get creative. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.